thought I would tell you about my daily routine while I finish getting ready here this morning. Usually, okay, I have two very different routines that I go through. Really different routines, depending upon whether or not I am writing a book. So if I'm writing a book, then I'm a lot less fun, I think, to my family or whoever, just because I am very focused. I'm thinking about the book, all the time. So I usually get up in the morning, I eat breakfast, I eat a piece of toast and some juice, and I have a vitamin. And I say hello to all of my animals. I take care of my bird, which you've probably heard my bird, because she sings while I talk. And then I get dressed, do my hair, maybe, out of my face, wash my face. I do not usually put on makeup if I'm in the middle of doing a book because I don't see anyone. And I don't care. And so get dressed, do hair, and then I come in and I work. First I start with housekeeping stuff, just some marketing, things like that. And then writing, until lunchtime. And then I eat lunch with my family, usually. And then I go back in and I work. I write until about 3:30. And then I've about had it for a little while, and I have to go outside unless it's just beastly outside. And but if it's all right, then I take one of the dogs or both of the dogs for a walk. And just because we have a park right down here, so we like to walk through the park with the dogs. And they're very creatures of routine, so they need that. And then I come back and I write some more until probably 5:30 or 6 in the evening. And then I stop and eat supper with my family again. They see me at meal times. And then I usually watch something that's totally unrelated to what I'm writing. And it might surprise you that I do not read while I'm writing a book. Novels, anyway. And generally not even anything. I just don't want to. I've been doing words all day long, and my brain is done with that. I don't want to do any more words. And And also, I don't want to think about other characters. I don't want them in my brain, their voices in my brain. That sounds schizophrenic, but it's true. I don't want, because you work so hard to get your own characters to talk to you and to tell you how they feel and how they would react to things. So listening to other characters then can muddy the water, and plus I find myself that I don't care. I literally don't care. I have no curiosity about other stories in books. I might like to watch, like sometimes, like my TV shows that I have liked to watch in the evenings are X-Files, Poldark. They're not really things that I am writing, so it's very refreshing. Okay, so, and then I go to sleep. Sometimes really late. And I don't, sometimes I don't sleep well either while I'm writing a book. I try to get to sleep on time, but So that's me while I'm writing a book. It's the book 24/7 in my brain, thinking about it. But luckily for everyone, including me, that doesn't really last a long time. That lasts a couple months, at most. And then I finished the book. And that's an interesting time because if you finish, when you finish a book, you go through this period of mourning for probably, I don't know, a week. Where you're like, oh, my characters, I miss them. But you are tempted to like launch right into a sequel or something, and that's always a mistake. I've learned that. That's never a smart thing to do because it's like trying to go on vacation right after you get back from vacation with no clean laundry and no money. Like, don't do that. You can't do it. You'll be exhausted and crabby. So, yeah, and it won't go anywhere. It'll stop. I've done that a couple times. So you mourn for a while, and then all of a sudden this other side of me wakes up. Like, oh, look, there you are in the mirror. And so in the mornings, when I'm done with a novel, I wake up, especially in the springtime, I wake up at a leisurely pace, and I thank God for everything I have. I'm kind of thoughtful in the morning. And I get up, I say hello to my animals less distractedly. I sometimes do something fun for breakfast. Like the other day, out of that Coleman's mustard cookbook, I made some hollandaise sauce for the first time. I had to have my brother make the egg and the ham and the toast because the hollandaise sauce is a production. But it tasted pretty good for my very first time at that kind of complicated sauce. There's a lot of components to that sauce. So after breakfast, then I go in and do my hair and face ritual. It sounds funny to call it a ritual, but that's kind of how I think of it. Like, it's not like, oh gosh, this chore I have to do. Hurry up and get this done. It's kind of like therapeutic, wash your face and moisturize it and then do the makeup and do the hair. And then I go in and pick out a fun outfit to put on. I recently, because boredom, organized all of my clothes according to color and then different outfits. So I thought that was kind of fun. So I just can go in there and grab something now and put it on and pick out my jewelry and put that on. And then I make my room beautiful by making my bed all up cute. I have antique dolls and an antique teddy. I'll show you my room sometime. And cleaning it, just straightening it up. Opening the windows, especially in the springtime here, to let all the fresh air in. And then I am either in the garden or outside somehow. Oh, I forgot, I have to take care of my bird. Yeah. It's mad at me and starts screaming. Yeah, so taking care of bird and cats and dogs, because they're demanding. They're like children, I want in, I want out, I want to be held, I want food, I want a snack, I need water, constantly. So yeah, after taking care of that and straightening up or doing whatever, I do have chores I have to do. Today I have to do the dishwasher. And then I'm gardening, and I'll show you my garden sometime too. And because I have a little fairy garden out there and I just planted a bleeding heart, and I have some columbine coming up, and I had a beautiful orange tulip that came up. And I have ivy everywhere and ferns, and I have a shamrock on a pedestal. So all kinds of fun shade. It's very shady back there. And what else do I do? I have been embroidering the collar of a dress. Well, first what I did was I took there was a big ruffle on it, and it looked very, I don't know, both dated and Spanish. And I already kind of have broad shoulders. My shoulders are wider than my hips, so a big ruffle is not the look I'm going for. So I took the ruffle off, and then I'm doing some embroidery around the collar that's left. So I'm doing sewing, but I generally do that in the evening. But I am outside a lot of the time in the summer, transplanting things. In the springtime too. Transplanting things. I'm refinishing a chair. I can show you that too sometime. I'm stripping it, of 2 layers of paint that have been on there for probably 60 years, maybe more than that. And then I'm going to stain it and do other fun stuff. But of course you have to do that outside, so you don't die of fumes. And I eat lunch with my family. Sometimes I make it. Other times we just grab cold stuff out of the fridge. We always eat outside if the day is nice, because we have this lovely patio that we just like to sit and listen to the birds and visit and listen to music and things. Oh, the music that we have going during the day is usually either Celtic music or Disney music, because it makes everyone happy. And I always walk the dogs, probably at least twice a day. We do bike rides and trying various projects. And then supper time is usually an event because we all sit down and eat too. And then lately in the evenings we've been watching the original series of Star Trek. I've seen a lot of them. Mom's seen all of them. She's the Trekkie. But now we're working our way through from the beginning all the way through, so that's entertaining. And in the evenings, that's when I work on my sewing project. And then bath time. I love bath time because bath time is also like a ritual. I put something fun in the bath, like salts or oil or something, and it's very relaxing, and it's all about the skin, and then moisturizing afterwards, and then brushing out my hair and braiding it and washing my face. It's all just kind of just very relaxing. And then I get to bed, and when I'm not writing, I do read. Like I said, I read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I read my magazine. I like historical books. I've loved Thomas Jefferson's letters. I'm reading Jefferson's letters back and forth between John Adams and Abigail Adams. So that's really interesting. Man, you have to concentrate though, because they're all really, really smart, and you have to be paying attention to what you're reading. And I get to sleep in pretty good time, between 10:30 and 11 usually every night. So yeah, it's like this 2 different people when I'm writing and when I'm not, because when I'm writing, I literally don't care about DIY projects and sewing. I don't care. I don't care about my hair. I don't care about my makeup, outfits, things like that. But then when I'm done, I'm like, oh yeah, there's all these fun things like cooking and sewing and hair and makeup and fashion and gardening and all this other stuff that I love. Oh, and I also listen to Victorian Farm or Edwardian Farm, which are these things that came on the BBC a long time ago. They're on YouTube now, but they always make me happy to be doing manual labor, because they're doing really hard work, like mangling laundry with a... Yes, so Victorian Farm inspires me, because I still have a washing machine. Yes. Oh, and I can't forget that I have been singing every day, practicing my singing from about 3:30 to 4:30. I'm a trained singer, have been since I was 13, but I had let it go. No pun intended. My range had shrunk. I had just sort of, because there was nothing to practice for. But then I thought, well, I took all those lessons and I did all that work, and I'm just gonna let it leave. So I took advantage of this time where you can't go out, can't go to the restaurant, can't go to the movies, can't really see people. And I thought, well, I'm just gonna get down to it and I'm going to get my voice back. So I've been working on music. Phantom music is good to practice with because that really stretches you, and good warm-ups and things like that. Plus, I have just gotten a new voice teacher, which I'm happy about. And I'm going to start voice lessons soon. So that will be fun. So, yes, I'm excited about the progress that I have made with my singing. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That is my daily routine. And here is what I'm wearing today. Yes, I wear an apron with a pocket. See, there's no point in having an apron unless you have a pocket, because you have to put everything in there. Either your phone or the garden shears or the dandelion puller or whatever. Yesterday I had one of my little fairy doors came off, so I had to put it in there so I didn't lose it. Or those little pretend mushrooms that go next to it. Just anything. You gotta have a pocket. I don't know why they don't make dresses with pockets, but I don't know. I don't think that women need to put them on. So I think that I will go for a walk because it is gorgeous outside. So here is my hat. It's an antique. It was made in England for the seaside, I'm sure. It's got a bow in the back. And I will get my blackthorn cane and take one lucky dog out for a walk. So I shall see you